What's up guys, Rui here and welcome back to the channel. Straight onto today's video, I'll be reviewing the Nike Undercover Daybreaks after 9 months of wear. I think there are a lot of people out there that will agree that this is probably one of the most slept on sneaker of 2019. It first released in 2019 and was followed up with a wide variety of different colorways. The one that I have is the first OG colorway with the all black and white Nike swoosh that came alongside with the blue jay color. Personally, I feel that the black and white colorway is the cleanest and most versatile one. Some more interesting colorway that came out is the Heineken / watermelon color, which I think the color blocking is really sick on that pair. The sneaker retailed at $160 and when it was first announced over on Undercover's Instagram page, I just knew I had to have this sneaker as it truly was love at first sight for me. I could instantly see how cohesive it was with my wardrobe and there really was nothing but praise regarding this sneaker. Thankfully, when it was released, it pretty much went under the radar for many people as many of them were on the hype train for the Nike Sky waffles and therefore it was relatively easy for me to cop it. However, as of today, according to StockX prices, the Undercover Daybreaks right now are going for around $315 for my size. The collaboration with Nike and Jun Takashi's Undercover label is one of Nike's longest collaboration, dating all the way back to 2010, with Jun given the task of creating the Gyakuso line that focuses on performance running wear, which is still going strong till today. I feel that a lot of Undercover collab sneakers are usually pretty slept on except for the Element 87, which was crazy hype from the beginning. The Nike Daybreak was first released back in 1979 and the collaboration with Undercover gave the iconic 80s runner a much deserved update, making it more futuristic and modern looking. Jun did such an amazing job by still maintaining the shape and silhouette of the sneaker, with only the main detail that was added to it was this plastic cage that looked like some robotic armor. I really like how angular the design is and it kind of has that Gundam vibe towards it, which I'm a sucker for things that look really cybernetic and futuristic. Something to take note on is that the Nike Daybreak is actually really similar to the Nike Tailwind, but there are some differences in terms of the silhouette and shape of the sneaker that sets them apart. So if you're planning to get one, just don't get confused by them. Taking a deeper look into the details of the cage, it has a very angular and aggressive design with paint splatter patterns all around it. The design really reminds me of a Gundam shoulder. After owning this pair for 9 months, the cage did not fall apart whatsoever. I tried to abuse it a couple of times, but yeah, it's made pretty well. Personally, I like it when shoes have an extended part coming out from the back, such as the Nike Outsole woven mirrors, the Balenciaga Trek runners, and the Y3 Kaiwa. Material-wise, the upper is constructed primarily with nylon that is accompanied alongside with suede overlays that can be found on the toe box, the eyelet areas, as well as the back heel. Now, one thing to note is that the suede does not feel buttery. In fact, it has a rather rough feel towards it. It does change color over time. As you can see, mine already has some discoloration. When I first got my pair, the suede had a much darker black, but it is to be expected with suede material. It will discolor over time. The Nike swoosh is a separate leather material that is stitched on the sneaker that gives it a slightly premium feel overall. At the back of the sneaker, there is a leather tab with the Undercover logo on it, and I really love this detail. Unfortunately for my pair, one of the logo was printed slightly slanted, and yeah, that was a bummer for me when I first received it. Moving on towards the midsole, is made from foam that does feel really soft, and therefore comfort wise, after wearing it for 9 months, I can safely say that it is really comfortable to wear. Even after long hours of wear, my feet did not feel fatigued. I think it's because on top of the foam midsole that already does a really good job in absorbing impact, the inner sole also has additional cushioning towards it. Any other reason as to what might contribute to the comfortness of this sneaker is just how light it is. Probably because the primary upper is constructed with nylon, therefore the overall weight of the sneaker is much lighter. Taking a further look on the midsole, it is more towards the cream off-white-ish color with speckled design all over it. There's also the iconic Undercover and Jun Takahashi label that can be found in a lot of Undercover pieces. I really do like the placement of this label as it's not too loud, but enough to tell that it's an Undercover collab sneaker. The outsole has what Nike calls the waffle sole, as it does resemble waffles with the square box design throughout the outsole. In fact, the Nike Sky does have the same outsole, hence the name Nike Sky Waffles. In terms of how the grip and traction of the waffle sole is able to provide, I would say that it's just rather average. It does its job and that's about it. There's nothing revolutionary about the outsole. When it comes to styling the Undercover Daybreaks, I think it's a very versatile pair of sneaker as it is rather simple and subtle looking pair. I think it works especially well with Techwear outfits as it does look pretty futuristic, or even paired up with some white crop pants. Overall, I think it's not a standout pair of sneaker, but more towards a complement piece that will help you elevate an outfit. Now obviously if you're going to go for the more brighter, more popping colorway, then obviously it's going to stand out on its own. My final thoughts and conclusion on the Nike Undercover Daybreak is that it's a really comfortable and versatile pair of sneakers to own, especially if you are into techwear. I definitely have worn it so often that it's basically my go-to sneaker and it's always in my rotation. Now whether or not it's worth the current resale price is completely up to you. Personally, I would not pay double the price. You could check out some other reselling sites such as Grill, whereby you might be able to pick up a used pair for slightly above retail or even under retail sometimes. Thank you all so much for checking out today's video. What are your thoughts on the Nike Undercover Daybreak? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Let it all be known down in the comment section below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy watching it, as well as please don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already do so. Till then guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.